Let's talk about what's happened in Somalia. Somalia, a country who'd moved faster on child marriage than it did on clean waters. They brought a law raising marriage to the age of 18 and reversed it in less than 24 hours. Why? Because of the men of that country went marching and protesting using their religion as a shield to have access to young girls. What's peculiar to me is this same energy isn't used to fight famine, structural neglect, unemployment, poverty, none of that. They went crying out for girls' bodies, but not the girls' mind. And what happened isn't strange. This is very common all around the continent. Often, countries in Africa always prioritize what the old men want and not what the young girls need or the women. Until Africa loves its women, I truly think Africa will always stay in survival mode. I never think in my lifetime I will watch Africa be liberated. And until Africa has leaders like Thomas Sankara, we are not going anywhere. Thomas Sankara was the president of Burkina Faso from 1983 to 1987. He understood that the women liberation was a part of the revolution. And one of his famous quote is the revolution and women liberation go together, women hold up half of the sky. Under his reign, forced marriage, female genital mutilation, and polygamy was outlawed. He made sure women sat in his ministry and his cabinet. He ushered young girls into school. And that for me is why I feel like Africa will always stay in destitution, because African leaders, the African men leaders have no intention to prioritize the women or the children. They're too worried about their power trip and their ego strokes. And of course, I'm not surprised they use religion to push their political agenda. They always do. They always have since them colonizer came stepping onto that continent. The African way has never been to put the women and the children behind. It's always the women and the children that are at the top and the centered. But you know what? I feel terrible for those young girls in Somalia. I don't even know what to say. I can only imagine. I've seen videos of a very young girl pregnant. Like she looked like she might be 8 years old, pregnant, like pregnant. That is so disheartening. That is, I'm just at loss of words. I'm disgusted, but I'm not surprised. I'm never surprised what you men do.